Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Camera Tuesday, we're gonna talk about Rode Wireless Go Mark II. So let's dive right into it. Now first you have to understand the original was a very big deal. It was launched at around 4 April 2019, and it was not as in like, okay, there is a new wireless microphone. No, it created a product category which had two unique selling points. First, it was pro level featured as in good quality audio, reliable enough with long range, and like basically something that professional can use as a backup at least. Because yes, pro level audio equipments that are used in Hollywood, they are on a whole different level. Like a car starts to look cheap compared to that, but not that good, but good enough where if those equipment fail due to mishandling or some accident or things happen, this equipment should be good enough there they can use as a B option or C option. So that was the whole point, pro level features and performance and all that jazz. And it was specifically designed for run and gun kind of environment. Basically, you get in, you get the shot, you get out. Do not think about it. Like you put it, plug it, done. The end. You do not have to set channels and you do not have to do hoo-ha. As simple as possible. The whole point was making it as efficient as possible, and it was affordable. Now for many people it will like, dude, it is 20,000 rupees in India and like around $200 plus in USA also. That's not cheap. Comparatively, this is free because you have to be mindful. Like Sennheiser's microphone lavalier itself can cost upwards of $300 to $3,000. So comparatively speaking, yeah, this puppy is free. So this was very successful and it created a product category. Basically every Tom, Dick and Harry who can manufacture equipment tried to copy this thing. Now this created a world of alternatives. Now there is a saying in business world, is basically huge sales leads to huge competition. Basically think of this way, how GoPro became successful, then every Tom, Dick and Harry company started to make GoPros. Same thing will happen with this also, and it has happened already. Because there was such a big demand for this, every company started to try to capitalize on that. And they had a very good advantage. First, they already know what people want, so because Rode already proved that, so they know there is a market demand for these. And because they were listening from customer feedback, is like what is the main limitation lacking of a Rode Wireless Go. They are like, okay, we know Rode will sell, we know what is the limiting factor of Rode, so why not make it better. So it was like engineering's first rule, it's like you do it first or you do it better. So every other company that started to capitalize on this market, they did it better. And the primary thing they improved on was true transmitter and one receiver design. Because practically speaking, every camera, every video equipment that is even good enough will generally have a microphone input that is stereo. That means two independent audio channel would be there. So why not use two microphones? Now you might be like, is that really useful? Well, if you are doing interview of 2%, absolutely. If you are doing like me, like for example, me, I'm here and I would have a lavalier clip to me, I can use the second lavalier, plug it to my computer or mobile phone, and have the background music that I put in this video in the running in the loop in the background. Awesome. Like there are many use of that. So that was like primary limited. Every Tom, Dick and Harry was like, that was like one of the most liked comment in the Rode series. It's like, just give me two mic option and shut up and take my money. So that was the main improvement which other company capitalized on. For example, Holland Lark 150. Now this is a very good company simply because they make wireless video equipment, so they know the wireless technology well enough. And because they are dealing with full HD signals, audio signal is like, bro, please. So this is a really good equipment. And there is other companies that also make much more discreet equipment, like Pico Gear Dual Wireless. Like the microphones are very tiny, like you can hide it super easily, and they even have ludicrous battery life of like 20 hours. So you can understand there's like a lot of market saturation right now. You can buy Rode Wireless Go with dual system for very low price and very high price with some better technology also. So you can understand that at this point in time, Rode Wireless Go was no longer looking a very attractive option. So Wireless Go starts to come up with Mark II, and at this point in time they actually showed that they actually have the creativity, or every Tom, Dick and Harry else has just like copying and then improving. So what they did fix the first biggest demand. It's like two transmitter, one receiver, take it and go. Awesome. For many people right there is like, shut up and take my money, the end, out of stock, done. Then they did one thing that I did not even thought of doing it, and they have USB audio chip built into these things. So what does that mean? That simply means the basically the receiver department can be connected using USB-C to your computer or to your mobile phone, and it will work as a audio interface while charging the battery also. What does that mean? That means the older generation, you could do that indirectly on a PC, because PCs have a microphone cable input. You can directly plug it in. Laptops nowadays have so little ports, or they have combination ports. It's very difficult to do. So utilizing utilizing USB, that gives them the advantage that it will work with everything. And because the signal is digital, it no longer has the audio hissing problem that was plaguing the old generation one. Because like you have a charging circuit running and you want to send analog audio, yeah, that's the worst thing to do. That's why you have to send digital signal, and USB takes care of that. So this fundamentally makes this on a whole another level, where it's like, can you use this in any camera that has an analog input, analog stereo audio input? Awesome, go take it and go. Then can you use it with any laptop that has USB port in it? Yes, take it and go. Can you use this with iPhone? Take it and go. They built a specific cable for that. You just plug and play. You don't even have to think about it. Plug and play. And what about Android? Same thing, plug and go. So flat out, this alone was mind-bogglingly amazing, and I'm genuinely surprised that no competitor actually did this. Maybe some one or two there, but popular one I have not found any. And they fixed the biggest complaint everybody had, is like whoever wanted to use this as a complete unit, is that wind muff is kind of necessary, especially if you are in a windy environment, has to be clipped onto the goddamn thing. And in this regard, Holland did an amazing job, because they used the microphone jack itself as an anchor, so their wind muffs are very sturdily mounted. So, and Rode was very well-known problem that it was really not good, so they improved that also. Now they are like, it's a locking bayonet connection, whereas like if you lock it, it's very difficult. Either you have to break it or do some serious damage trying to pull it out. So flat out they fixed that problem. Now all this at this point in time is just a better Holland, so to say. But one thing alone that makes it like just shut up and take my money is on-board recording. What does that mean? That simply means you are utilizing a wireless connection. No matter how good wireless technology you utilize, sooner or later there will be interference, or sooner or later you will get out of range. What then? In those sort of scenario, these basically transmitters that are transmitting the audio, they are also creating an audio backup, like full-fledged audio file. So if you start transmitting and you are doing this for, let's say, 4 or 5 hours, it is creating 4 or 5 hour long audio file, which you can directly sync in post, because you have a audio track from the receiver. Syncing would be super easy, and you can only basically combine the audio when you have a dropout. So that flat out, that gives a perfect peace of mind, whereas people like, dude, shut up and take my money. It's like you can utilize this in a very what we call mission sensitive environment, and you will still have absolute reliability, because 2.4 gigahertz, while good, while awesome, while it does work, it does have limitation that every Tom, Dick and Harry does use that. So if somebody fires up a microwave, or you have very lot of Wi-Fi routers or access point, you will have interference. This puppy is like, okay, if you have interference, if you have dropouts, then you do have a backup track. So if you are making a video, anything you are not doing live, this is awesome for that. So flat out, all these 4 features combined make it truly next gen. It's not just like, okay, we improved some problem. No, they put it on a whole different level. USB audio interface, awesome. Onboard recording for safety, ultra awesome. Everything is awesome at this point in time. So flat out, there is no competition at this point of time. At the point of me making this video, unless a competitor comes out very quickly with a new product, as of now, as of me making this video, there is no alternative to this. So what we can expect in the future? Well, one thing you have to understand, the more powerful technologies and more capable technologies are trickling down to enthusiast market, basically low budget kind of environment, and price of entry is going down. Basically, very early on, if you had opened your mouth and said, I'm in like less than $500, I'm gonna have a wireless microphone, people would have laughed. Right now, we have very affordable equipments that are very, very good. Heck, they are better than the older, legacy products. So flat out, we really are getting better. And audio industry is kind of stagnant kind of industry, so we do not have too many new technology left at this point in time. One of the biggest technology that is still aloof, specific, it is available in high-end equipments, not on low-end one. It is 32-bit dual ADC systems. What does that mean? That simply means like how you have Zoom F2 and Tentacle Sync audio recorder. Now these things have the advantage that microphone will not clip. No matter how softly you are speaking, no matter how loudly you are speaking, you will not clip the audio, because audio takes the analog data, feeds it to 2 parallel analog to digital converter, and these 2 digital converters are completely different. One is fine-tuned for low volume. Basically, they are very sensitive, so it gives you a lot of texture in low volumes, but the moment you start to speak even loudly, it clips. So your highlights are gone. Now what happens on the second circuit is specifically designed to be low sensitivity. Benefit, low noise is like 0. It's like it does not register into that system, but the moment you speak, the moment the first one clips, the audio starts to come into the second analog system, and the second analog system is fine-tuned, designed to give the most dynamic range in loud parts. So you have awesome dynamic range both coming into low parts and high parts, and both are combined into 32-bit audio file, because 24-bit audio file does not have enough dynamic range, quote unquote, it does not have enough mathematical latitude to cram all that data into it. So 32-bit allows you to flat out cram more data than microphone can produce. Does that mean your microphone will never clip? No, your microphone will clip in only one instance if absolute sound pressure exceeds the physical capsule's limitation. Basically, each capsule has a physical limitation. It's like if you have, let's say, 130 dB, the physical capsule will no longer able to work. So if you reach that, yeah, 8 to DC is not gonna do much for you. But flat out, barring that, there is no clipping, there is no level adjustment, there is nothing. That's the only big technology as of now that is not coming into these things, and they are already reaching into small functions. So I can imagine a future version of this where you have Rode Wireless Go Mark III, where it has 32-bit Mark III that will match up, and it sends a 24-bit file, but it normalizes it to 24-bit, so you get a completely stable signal. And for post-production, or you want to do some very serious work, you can directly utilize the 32-bit file. Right now, these things do have one limitation, is that onboard recording system, you cannot use this as a recorder directly itself. It has to be paired with the transmitter. So that's kind of limiting thing, because if they had done that, they could have the luxury of selling this as an independent unit itself. It's just like use it as a Zoom F2 or Tentacle Sync. That alone would have made it more versatile. So I can see some improvement in Gen 3, but not too much. And this product proves that whoever or whatever is the engineering department of Rode divisions, they know how to make a good product. They flat out know how to make a good product. And the only thing technically from pro level is missing is locking jack, and that is one thing that you $4,000 wireless transmitter always have. It's like locking ports. You cannot have a scenario where your microphone came unplugged. That cannot happen. So future is going to be bright and affordable. So this was my presentation on Rode Wireless Go Mark II. Hopefully you have liked it, learn from it. In that case, please click the like button, share it amongst your friends. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, in that case, I would urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me extra disappointment. Please leave a comment because I try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free, and as always, thanks for watching.